All right, today we've got Anibal Jodorcovsky from Primalogik 360. Anibal, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Anibal, so tell me a little bit about yourself and really your role at Primalogik, and then really what Primalogik is all about and what business problem it really solves.
Sure. So I'm the Chief Business Development Officer here, which actually just means that I'm trying to work with the team and having Primalogik grow as a business. But we're still a relatively small company. So as such, I wear several hats, like many of us do in these type of circumstances. But I'm mostly tailored towards sales, working with our clients, making sure that they get the most value out of this investment that they've done. Primalogik 360 tailors to all these small, medium-sized companies. To tell you the truth, even large companies can use us as well. For managing performance reviews, the whole space of where it comes down to managing appraisals, 360 reviews, which are very popular these days, and even employee surveys that you would have within an organization to try to see how things are looking out and things like that. So that's what most of our clients are using us for.
Very cool. So there's two things you've already mentioned that I'd want to get additional input on. Number one is you started talking about, hey, small businesses are using you, enterprises are using you. What does an ideal customer look like? And then I think you kind of touched on pricing a little bit, but I'd love to know what, what exactly does Primalogik cost?
Right. So with respect to the typical client, to tell you the truth, from a vertical perspective, we have people from all over the place. Really, it comes down to who needs to be able to have a really good conversation with their employees. So if they have a really good conversation and really good, when they're talking about a lot more than just employee performance, and you're talking about employee development, career development, professional development, that kind of things, Primalogik 360 just takes you to that next level. So what we see in our clients, I would say the sweet spot is between 150 and 300 employees, but we have clients with much more than that, and we have clients with much less than that as well. The tool does work very, very well in small teams, and it works very, very well with large teams. What we see in many cases is we see companies that are very large, and they just want to try a new approach to this whole thing of performance appraisals, and they're giving us a try in a particular department or one set of departments. So maybe they open it up for 25, 50 people, and then they go and they say, oh, you know what, this is actually working. As a matter of fact, what we notice is that some other people that hear about this, they just come through that, and they come through us externally, and then we find out that they're actually part of our client base. So that's what happens. With respect to pricing, the pricing really depends on the number of users. Our pricing strategy is very, very simple and very transparent. So rather than actually giving you the prices and the numbers, I invite everybody to just go to primalogik.com, and within our pricing page, you can go and see exactly how much things cost. Depending on the number of users that you need, that's the number. We sell in batches of licenses, basically, and depending on that, you get your price.
Got it. So going back to the ideal customer fit, is there any one particular, we talked about size of companies, whether it's 100 people or 150 or 300 people being the sweet spot, but certainly you've got customers that are outside of that range. Is there a particular type of a vertical that, using this type of software makes more sense than others? Or do you have a foundation of clients in a particular vertical for some reason or not? Or is it really wide open?
Look, from a vertical perspective, I think it's wide open. We have medical companies, we have companies in the real estate, we have companies in software development, we have companies in high tech, we even have companies in construction. Okay, it's pretty. It's really very broad. I think the main, if there's one thing tying it all together, are those companies that take employee development very, very seriously. So if you are a company that are tailored to looking at your managers and trying to get the most out of your employees and having a good relationship with those employees, and looking at it more like it's not just a cog, in the wheel, but it's more like, yeah, I really want to just engage with my employees, see who the stars are, reward those people accordingly, see who the people who are struggling a little bit, and try to see how you can go. Those are the type of organizations that strive with this, and that really get a lot out of our software.
Okay. And how many people are actually making use of it right now?
Excuse me? How many?
How many companies are actually making use of your software solution?
We have right now about 300 people, 300 companies, right? With, I would say over, many thousands of users, because it depends really on the number of users. But yes, about 300 companies, and we tailor worldwide. Our application is fully available in 3 languages, English, French, and Spanish.
Okay.
And we do support it in those 3 languages as well. So we have clients, in Canada, we have clients, most of our clients are in the US.
Okay.
We have clients in Europe, from Spain to France to Germany, and even in Israel, Australia, New Zealand.
Yeah, they're all over.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you have a very strong business and it's ramping up quickly. So you're having some great
Yes.
success.
Yeah.
So with that success, talk to me. It sounds like since you're having that success, what really differentiates you folks from the other employee performance management solution providers?
Yeah.
What's different, because you are getting some significant success with lots of customers.
Yes, and G, one of the things is this is a very competitive market. I mean, there's a lot of options out there when it comes down to performance management. There's full platforms, usually called HRIS, for Human Resources Information Systems. But one of the things that differentiates us is that we are tailored towards performance management. And the other thing that differentiates us is the design of the product.
Okay.
And I have to emphasize that it's, this day and age, pretty much a whole bunch of developers out there can develop a software, a web page, okay? And you've seen, many of us have seen those web pages that look awesome.
Yep.
And it's not only how it looks, but how it actually feels when you're working with them. And then you have those web pages that look great, but then they're incredibly hard to use.
Sure.
Our application is simple.
Okay.
But simple, using the Einstein definition of simple. Very simple, very effective, extremely effective at its use. We want to make sure our tool is not the core product of many of our clients. Most of our clients, the core product is not really, that's not their core business.
Right.
This is something that, it's like a necessary evil. They need this in order for them to operate properly.
Sure.
So we want to make sure that we're there for them and we get out of the way as soon as we need to get out of the way. Okay. So what we notice is people that are using our application, they say, it just feels easy.
Right.
And it is. It's very easy, but it takes a lot of effort and takes a lot of energy. We have a whole team of people thinking continuously about the design.
Right.
Not just the implementation, when you're actually coding it, just how do you put things onto the page? How do you make things simple, yet effective and efficient?
Okay. Sounds like you've got a pretty strong user interface then.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Right. So now let's talk a little bit about an actual client. There's so many people that say, oh, we do this, this, and this. It's nice to be able to see results. So talk about a particular case study of someone who's actually making Primalogik and saw a strong ROI, whether it's in terms of efficiency and employee retention rates or whatever it is. What are some measuring metrics out there?
Yeah.
And, talking about a particular customer that's actually seen some significant success from.
Yeah. Let me share with you, there was one case, there was one particular, we work also with HR consultants, where they use they basically just have our tool in their toolbox, and it's just one of those tools that they use when they're going and reaching out to their clients. And what we noticed is I was talking to one of them, and he said, it's incredible. This person had tried, as an HR consultant, he had tried several other options. And he said, it's incredible. He was able to go and launch this system to a group of about 150 employees. And he said, it took him no time. Basically, he said from the get-go, from the time that he signed up, we have a free trial that we offer for 30 days, and people can just try our software for 30 days. And then during those 30 days, he was able to just go set it up, make sure that everything is okay, then handed it off to the client.
Right.
And the thing was just working. And, then we were getting feedback, kind of anecdotal feedback from our clients saying that they save on average about 40 hours per cycle when they're doing these reviews. Just, the amount of time that it takes to create, administer, send the surveys out, make sure the surveys get done, collect the results, and analyze the results.
Right.
Tool automates the whole thing from A to Z when it comes down to that.
Very cool. So a lot of success, great user interface, pretty quick ramp up time with the software, it looks like.
Yep.
Significant savings. So what's next? I mean, where do you go with Primalogik in 2 years? Where do you see yourself, not necessarily personally, but with Primalogik? Where does the business stand 2-3 years from now?
Yeah, so what we're doing is, one of the things that we keep hearing from our clients is that they want more. So, they want more cookie. So, okay, I like what I have, I just want more. Right. So, we want new facilities to do this. We want automation in the scheduling of sending out surveys in particular situations. For example, just yesterday, we did a big upgrade where we launched now the goals and objectives tracking module. So that was one of the things that people have been asking us for the last 6-7 months. We are extremely open. We're very, very open to our clients and hearing what people have to say. Right. We have a very tight loop in product management when it comes down to what our clients are saying, hearing the voice of the client and implementing them. So what it comes down to is just more adding more functionality, but at the same time keeping that simplicity in check. So we don't want to, because it's really easy to add just one more button and add one more page. Right. But then how does it all fit together?
Correct.
How do you make it so that you're not overwhelmed with options, where you have to go to a configuration page and there's, 300 configuration parameters and you have, you basically use 10% of the application. Right. We don't want to get to that point.
Okay. Well, I mean, if, I'm looking for employee performance management type of solution, I'd certainly want to at least dig deeper into Primalogik just to get a better sense of.
Give it a try. That's one of the things. We have a free trial. During the free trial, we offer support. We offer help. So, it's limited. It's the only limitation that it has, the free trial, is the time. So it's limited for 30 days and it's limited to 10 users. Aside from that, you have full access to the whole application.
Awesome. And so go to the website. This is an automatic online free trial sign up.
That's all it is. And the whole thing about Primalogik 360 is that we make sure that it's as self-serve as possible. Awesome. We want these, we're in 2017 now, and we want people to be able to serve themselves. They can serve themselves as fast as anybody else can. Sure. So, rather than having to go, if they need to reach us, they can reach us through chat. We have live chat support, we have phone support, and we have ticketing through email support. But we find out that most of our clients they find out 99.9% of the answers are available in our knowledge base articles.
Right, and it's Primalogik.com, not Primalogik360.com. It's Primalogik.
No, yes, Primalogik.com. That's correct. Yeah, Primalogik is the name of the company, and the 360 is the name of the product that we have right now.
All right. Well, thank you so much today, Anibal. I learned a lot. And again, I encourage our visitors, go check out Primalogik.com.
Yeah, give it a try. Thank you.